All right. Okay, I thought we're going to start a new channel. We'll start off at the deep end, shall we? I don't know what my sexuality is. I never have. I've always been confused about it, and I've never, as far as I know, properly spoken about it on YouTube before. I feel like it's almost become this sort of rite of passage on YouTube. Even if you slightly identify as being on the LGBTQA plus, I'm sorry if I missed off a letter there. I feel like if you're slightly on that spectrum, you have to make a video about it. And I never have, because I can't sit here and say I'm a role model for that sort of thing, because maybe some people in the comments will be able to help me, because I have no idea anymore. Okay, bottom line, and I'm sorry that I can't properly, and I'm admitting my fault here, I can't wrap my head around the correct terms that everyone will be happy for me using in terms of gender. I'm really sorry about that. I'm not good at that stuff, okay? I do try, but I'm not great. Bottom line, for simple purposes here, I like men. Okay, I've dated guys, I'm sexually attracted to guys, I'm romantically attracted to guys, like, I'm happy thinking about dating guys, I would comfortably have sex with guys, okay, and I think as far as my future is concerned, I do eventually want to settle down and possibly get married, but definitely have children with a man. That's something that I've always felt that, you know, and immediately people are going to be like, well, you're straight then. Like, duh, you're obviously straight. But when it comes to females, things just get a bit weird for me. I was told by family members growing up that if I turned out to be a lesbian, I would not be disowned, but they would be extremely disappointed in me. That was something I heard from when I was as young as maybe like 8 or 9, and that was always very okay with me, because I was just, you know, being that young, you think, well, some people are just like that. I don't know, I was like 8 or 9, whatever. But when I got to the age of 13, I think about 13 anyway, I started looking at a girl in my year at school a bit differently to how I saw other girls. There was something different about her. Looking back, I don't even know if it was a crush or not. I think it was, but it was like 11 years ago. But I know that I saw her in a different way. I didn't just see her as like my friend who was really pretty. I saw her as, I can't even describe it. Like, I looked up to her. I wanted to be like her. I wanted her to like me. Like, I really, really wanted her to like me. I don't know in what manner. I don't know if I wanted her to love me or whatever. I know that I wanted to impress her. And that really threw me off, because up until that point, I'd only ever thought about guys in that same way of wanting them to like me. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was very confused by it. And there was also a few months later, a girl in the year above who I knew was gay. And I felt the same for her eventually as well. I wanted her to think I was really cool. I wanted her to really like me. And I think that was a crush. Like, that one was a crush. Because I remember, like, thinking about kissing her and the other girl previously. I remember thinking those things, but at the time I was so confused, as well as, like, this thought in my mind of, like, my parents will hate me, my parents will kick me out, my parents will never talk to me again, they'll be so disappointed in me. That was like a fear I had. Well, I'm 24 now and I can talk about it all I want, mum and dad. Can't kick me out of a house I don't live in. I remember talking about it to a friend at school, someone I thought that I could confide in, and then I ended up falling out with that friend, and they went ahead and told everyone that they could that I had a crush on a girl, and being 13 and just about maybe accepting, oh, maybe I'm bisexual or whatever, maybe I do like girls. Coming to terms with that, being very confused with it, being scared of my parents finding out and hating me. I don't even know if they ever would have hated me. Having that on top of what was now going to be some quite horrible bullying, like at least teasing. It was not a comfortable part of my life. I remember I went through this period at school of going into the changing rooms before PE to get changed, and all of the girls who hated me anyway, just because I guess I was very abrasive, all the girls who hated me would stage a walkout. Like every single time I walked into the changing room, they would go up to my teacher going, I'm not getting dressed in front of her, I'm not getting undressed, I'm not getting changed because she's going to be looking at me, because she's going to be staring at me, because she's a perv, because she's a lesbian, you know. I received a lot of that. I got into a physical fight with one of those girls who would constantly shout at me in the hallway, oh, you're a lesbian. I actually got in a physical fight with her and pulled her top down, which did not help my cause. But I remember just having even kids I didn't know, like who were younger than me, in the years below me, just walk past me in the hallway just going, it's the lesbian. And like I got to a point where I just started deflecting it, going, yeah, well, ask your mum, she'd know all about it. You know, I'd proper like Janice Ian from Mean Girls, the whole thing. But it did affect me a lot. It was a very confusing time for me. But like, quite honestly, I don't know what I wanted from my friendships with those girls now, and I don't know if I've experienced that since like I was like 17 or so, like 16 or 17. I don't know if it was just maybe I hate this, like a phase, you know. I don't know if it's just when you're growing up you are curious about things. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I kind of put it in the back of my mind. But where I am right now is what confuses me a lot, because I can be physically attracted to a girl. Like I can look at a girl and go, you are so beautiful and you are so pretty. And like I can imagine myself like dating a girl. I can see it. I can see like a relationship and just cuddling and, you know, being like Rose and Rosie, who I love so much. And every time I hang out with them, I swear to God, I just want a wife. But I just, you know, I could be with a girl in the way that I've been with guys, but with one difference. I'm not sexually attracted to girls. I cannot ever picture myself doing anything sexual with a girl. I can't. I don't know why. I just like I can watch porn just fine, and I'm looking at both of them going, yes, this is a great visual I got. Boobs are great. Like I love boobs. Vaginas are less cool, but they're just a bit weird. But I just can't imagine myself having sex with a girl, you know. So I don't know if that makes me like a bi-romantic. I don't know all these things, because like especially when I was growing up, hardly anyone ever used any labels except for straight, gay, or bi. Like those were the three that people used. I don't know where I'm at with it. I could definitely hold hands with a girl down the street. I could definitely, you know, be protective of a girl in the way that I would want a guy to be protective of me. But I couldn't physically see, you know, I couldn't see myself physically having relations of a sexual manner with a girl. Have I been drunk and made out with girls? Absolutely. Sorry, Dad. I have. It's just a thing. Sorry. And she's probably my mum. I should apologise to her. I feel like my dad would probably be cool with it. Also, I don't live at home anymore. Damn it, I can do what I want. But yeah, I don't know. And I used to try really hard to put a label on what I am. But the truth is, like, I'm a firm believer in that sexuality is always fluid. You know, it can change at any time for anyone. I think if the right person comes along for you, your brain will just tell you and you can't control that. I would say if you are young and you are perhaps experiencing crushes on people who are of the same gender and it's confusing you, don't be in any rush to put yourself in a box. Don't feel any pressure to like immediately tell your friends and immediately tell your family unless you're absolutely comfortable with it yourself. I know that it wasn't something I was comfortable with when people at school found out. Just take it like a day at a time. And, you know, I mean, I'm 24 and I've still got no idea what's going on. Things could change in a year. I could be married to a woman. I don't know. You know, it's entirely possible. I could have a kid this time next year. You just don't know these things. So don't be in any rush. And just don't feel like there's a pressure to conform to a label. You know, oh God, I sound like a punk kid who's like 12 and just listened to Green Day for the first time. Like I said, if there are people in the comments who have a better idea of what's going on in my head than I do, because I'm sure there are people who are so much better at this than I am, then let me know. But that is the truth about my sexuality. I got no idea. So there. Also, can I just say, alright, if there are two female YouTubers who identify as being part of the LGBTQA plus spectrum, there's two, like me, Dodie, or Connie, or Rose and Rosie, and so many other people that, do you know what, there's so many people, it's great. Don't immediately just tell them to date, don't just tweet them, date. It's really... To be honest, like, even if you're joking about it, it's really quite offensive to just assume that, oh, you're both gay, so you must just be attracted to each other. That's the same shit that I went through in the changing rooms at school. People just assumed that because they were female, I would be attracted to them, and it's really offensive, so please don't do that. So, that's it from me for this video. I know this was a bit long, but, yeah. Let me know what my brain's doing, please, please. Also, Kristen Stewart is... She's like the one I will fully admit to having a crush on. That woman is just oh, yes. Bye.